Intel and Brookfield signed a $30 billion deal to fund chip factories. This is for productions in Arizona. So what does all of this mean? Joining me now to talk about this and other news in business and economics is Dr. Olaf Groth from UC Berkeley's Haas School of Business. Thanks so much for joining us.
Always good to be with you, Amanda. Lots going on this week.
Looking forward
to chatting.
Definitely. So let's just break it down a little bit. What's the big picture here and why not in California?
Yeah, those are great questions. Look, CEO Pat Gelsinger at Intel is on a building spree, as it were. He's spending close to or just about $100 billion here on fabs, fabrication sites for semiconductor chips in not just in Arizona, but in Ohio and Germany and elsewhere. And, you know, he wants to become the biggest semiconductor manufacturer in the world. Now, he's choosing Arizona because he's getting preferential treatment there. And he's choosing a private equity firm as a partner because he wants to keep the debt off of the books and he wants to move fast. You can do more when you have a private equity partner and you can do it faster. So he's got very assertive plans in the global context. We need to keep in mind that semiconductor demand is forecast to double by the end of the decade. And so, you know, as chips go into everything, he's trying to get ready for that demand. On the other hand, a lot of other chip companies are doing the same thing. TSMC is building to the tune of $100 billion. Samsung is building to the tune of $200 billion. And so we're going to see a lot of capacity in different types of chipsets coming online. And that has the risk of, you know, bringing overcapacity to the table. So we're going to have to stay tuned. It's a risky move, which is why Intel's stock price was down initially.
All right, so turning now to Twitter, we've reported how a whistleblower accused the company of covering up security flaws and fake accounts. Is this just more fodder for Elon Musk?
Oh, for sure. And this is the everlasting Twitter saga, right? But it's not just fodder for Elon Musk. We're now, essentially seeing this elevated to a whole different game now. The matter is with the Federal Trade Commission, with the Department of Justice, and in fact, with the Senate Intelligence Committee. And it's getting fairly serious because Peter Zatko, the outgoing security chief there, has alleged that not only did Twitter violate an FTC agreement to identify and delete fake accounts, but also has foreign agents on its payroll, such as Saudi agents who are allegedly funneling consumer data or customer data, account data to Saudi Arabia. And that the senior management in general is allegedly blasé about all of it. And that's, of course, not a good thing. It violates various statutes of due care, and it doesn't really do much for consumer trust either, right? If we want to get closer to consumers, you know, have greater intimacy with them, then we need to watch trust. And it seems like, you know, once again, some of the hyperscaler platforms are not really keeping that in mind. So stay tuned for, a big showdown here.
Yeah, definitely expecting that. Well, we mentioned this earlier in our show, but California is banning the sale of new gas vehicles. So what's in it for the state?
A lot is in it for the state. We have some 20 plus electric car companies here, as well as infrastructure companies. And so they stand to benefit some from this, although some of them need to start making lower priced, smaller electric vehicles because there are some caps on the subsidies that are going to be doled out, and the highest priced cars are not included in that. There are some other limitations to this, such as, you know, certain materials for batteries needing to come from the United States, or at least from countries that don't have blatant human rights violations, and certainly not from China. Essentially, there is a federal push now to squeeze China out of the battery value chains. And so we do stand a good shot here at having this benefit local companies, but we do need to adjust, and we do need to play more carefully into the CHIPS bill. Similar to chip manufacturing, I think we need to listen to the federal signals, look at the global geoeconomic, geotechnological development, and say, what can we do to have conversations, right, between all the different parties in California to make sure that we can create more attractive investment and subsidy environments here.
All right, a lot of good insight there. Dr. Olaf Groth with UC Berkeley. Thank you so much for your time.
My pleasure as always. Thanks, Amanda.